Well, it's time to reassemble all this fork mount now, put it all back together. Now it's been cleaned and greased up. And we'll do that now. That went in nice. Get that big bolt. And this time we'll tighten this up. So it shouldn't come undone again, one hopes. That certainly feels a lot better. And it locks. And now we just need to put on the two side pieces, which just going to bolt into there. Here we get this done. Go. And that is certainly a lot better than it was, and a lot cleaner than it was. We're going to put this to one side now because there's one last job to do, which is on the telescope itself, and this is the front panel, which we need to take off and clean up, and we'll get onto that in a short while. So what we're going to do now is take off this unit here, which is the corrector plate. I've watched a few videos now of people taking these things off, and they either come out fairly easy or they will fight you, and you've got to get it off carefully, because this really can't be replaced. If you break it, that's it, the telescope is crap. So all it is, from what I can see, you take off this ring here, put some markings so you can put it back in exactly the same position, and then mark up this once you've got it off, then put that back in so that it's at the way it was set in the factory. So there's a couple of things we just need to do. First one is just mark this thing up with some tape. I'll just get a little bit of tape here. Some didn't do this. He said it doesn't matter whether this is in the right position or what, but some did. He said this is the way you have to do it. So I'm going to follow that route. Just cut that there to split it. So we know we can put that back in to its original position. And now it's just a matter of taking out a group of screws, and then we'll see what kind of a fight we're going to have. And we'll do that now. Fiddly little screws. That's two. We'll see what happens. That shouldn't have happened. That moved. this is loose, because what should be behind this is the packing, usually in 3 places, one there, one at the top, which holds this. This has been opened before. That should not be like that. Now let's see. I think someone's been into this before, maybe screwed it up, whatever they were doing. There's, yeah, someone's been into this before, because that is just loose. It shouldn't be like that. There should be packing in this tiny little gap, and none of it's there. So we don't know the original layout of this that was done in the factory to make sure it was properly lined up. So I think the best thing to do is just mark this up in the position it is, take it out, have a look inside the tube, and then clean this up. So we can do that now. It's very easy to do, really. Part of this glass here is covered by that ring that we just took off, so we can put a little mark on there and just continue it down onto there. So that's the position that this is in now. So I was expecting a fight with this, but I'm not going to get one, am I? So we'll take this out. Out it comes. That's the secondary mirror, which doesn't look too bad. Bit dusty. Put that down over there, out the way. Now I can see down the bottom some bits. The main mirror doesn't look too bad. And there is your packing. There it is. So someone has had this open before and obviously screwed it up when they put it back together, and probably I would say that then made them put it away in a shed because it didn't work properly, and just left it for 20 odd years. So, but that main mirror doesn't look too bad at all, and it's not too dirty on the inside. But we'll give that a go with an air blower just to get any other remaining out. But I'm glad I found this stuff, because this is your packing. And what we'll do, we'll have to try and sort that out when it comes round to putting this back, putting the corrector plate back in, which I'm going to clean now. But there's so many videos of how these things are cleaned, I'm not going to video that. But we'll come back once it's done and try and get this hopefully lined up in the right position, but make it more secure than what it obviously was, and then see how the telescope performs. So we'll do that shortly. Okay, well, we've cleaned up the corrector plate now. Looking a lot better than it was at the start. That was a bit dusty in there, so we've got that done. So it's just a matter of putting this back in and then see if we can get it centraled. There's the marker put on, so I'm going to put that there and see if we can get some of these tiny little packers back in. Bit fiddly. There's one in. Need to get one up there. Okay, second attempt at this. I've made myself some thicker wedges now. See if that will make it easier or more difficult. So we'll get one of those in there. I've taken those rubber gloves off because they were just causing me problems. So we'll get this back. Find where my mark is. There it is. There. So that piece is in. I know what I'm going to do. Temporarily put a little bit of tape on that one that I've just put in, just to hold that position. It's barely touching the glass, so the glass actually is just where it'd be covered up, so it won't matter. Right, now I'll get another one in. There we go, that's that one in. Do the same again, put a little bit of tape on, just to hold it in place. There we go, that's all you need. So we've got one more to get in over here. Let's try again. This is a bit, no, that's not having that. Let's go back to one of the original pieces, which was this. That's going in there, but I think it's a bit too much. Let's just try and find another piece. Gently push that in. Right, this outer ring I'll clamp down on that. So that's in. Right. Get rid of these tapes. So that was the idea, just getting those thicker pieces. And it's on its mark there. Right, let's put this ring back in. There we go. And my screwdriver. Just get them all in and then tighten them up when they're all in. Oh. Get back to that one, I can't see it. Now getting this in and having it held steady, hopefully we've got it back in some kind of alignment, though I suspect that collimation is going to be required on that mirror using these here, which I'll do at a later date once we can just see how this is. Tighten all these up and hopefully this thing there's a couple of little marks I've just noticed there, but I'm not really bothered by them. Go. And that certainly looks, and it's solid. Good. Get this tape off, and the next thing to do now is just mount this back up into the mount, stick it all together, set it up and see if the drives will actually drive the whole lot around. So we'll get this set up to get it back into the fork mount next.